Well, howdy, howdy, howdy. Nearly senior citizen here with a wild and crazy hamster. Yes, indeed. This little beast is a monster. I do not know how she did this. Last night, I had her inside of her black bin cage that I've got her in because it's smaller than the other ones, but she hasn't been chewing on it. She chewed a hole through the one bin. She started chewing a hole in the other bin. I've got her in a current bin because I need to get like an aquarium tank or something so I can put her in it, because you can't chew through glass. But I put her in the third and final cage that I've got her in right now. And last night I went and took a shower. And when I left, she was inside of her cage. When I came back from my shower about an hour later, she wasn't in her cage anymore. I'm popping her down inside of her cage so she can run around. And I dug through the cage hard. I literally dug through there. No holes, no way for her to climb out, but she wasn't in there. Nowhere. I dug through it, nothing. She was just plain and simple, not in there. So I shut the door and I searched out the entirety of this part of the room and went, okay, she's not in here. But then I went, you know, there's that closet back there. So I opened up the closet and I looked down, and guess who was on the floor inside of the closet? This little beast. So I grabbed her, and she's been in the cage now since I put her in there last night before I went to bed. And she's been still in there, but I have no ideas how she got out. None. Because I had put her back in her cage, and she was in her cage when I left. And when I got back, nothing. Amelia does not bother the hamsters at all. She never has during the entire time that I've had hamsters. Because I started buying hamsters again after the death of my wife. Starting over when I still had a house before Wells Fargo took it illegally. But I was having my hamsters over at my brother-in-law's place in their dining room at first. And so I had a lot of open air cages. And Amelia would actually get inside of the hamster cages with the hamsters and then sleep in the cage with them, which I'm quite sure terrified them to no end, but she doesn't try to harm them. She never has. She's hell on small creatures. She destroys everything out there. So she's a monster on feet. But not hamsters. She never has. She just does not trigger them as something to chase and kill. She's had hamsters come over and play with her while she's been on the floor. And she just looks at them and plays with them. As then flips her tail as they scruffle with her tail, then flip and woo. And so she doesn't hurt them. So she didn't kill the hamster. I knew that wouldn't happen. So I have no idea how this little monster managed to matter transport and get free. Which she does have a name now. I'm going to grab her again. Sorry about that, because I finally gave her a name. This little beast, this creature. She is continuing the tradition of two names. She has two names. One of them is Mellow. Somebody said called her Mellow, and that's a nice ironic kind of name for a hamster. So she's Mellow. And based on another name that somebody had said, you should call her Godzilla. We're gonna go with the original Japanese version. She is Gojira. So this is little Mellow / Gojira, and I'm going to put her back again. There you go, little one. Thank you very much. You're a beast and a creature of darkness. Thank you very much. I have therapy today. It is 6:17. I have to start editing around 6:30 so I can start rendering around 7 so I can upload at 7:30 so I can leave at 8. Actually, that gives me more leeway because I can upload any time between 7:30 and 8, because once it finishes, it starts uploading, then unless the power goes out or the cable modem turns off, it's going to upload and I'm good. So that's good. This is almost healed up. If anyone has seen this come through, Amelia scratched me accidentally with her rear claw, and there's been a huge dagger through here. So yay. Also, as a quick aside, I just wanted to talk about this one because of the weird method and how it's done. I cut my hair again last night, so if it looks any different, it's because of that. What I had done, because I took a shower, is, you see, my hair has a natural part in it right here. I don't brush my hair like this because that's the way that I've done it, because traditionally, if like you're right-handed, your part is on this side and then you comb toward you. But I've always been told my part's on the wrong side because I'm right-handed, but it's on the right side, but that's where my hair parts. So I just do what my hair does.
Death is silent, painless. I didn't know what happened. I was suddenly standing above my body.
But last night, I had been irritated because I'm trying to figure out what to do with the longer hair on top of my head. And it's like, if I just clip it short, then that's not right. So it's like, what am I going to do to get that so it's not as long? So just last night, I went, okay, and brushed my hair over the opposite direction. Because what I'll do on this side is, if I want to see if this hair irritates me, I brush it forward. And then I cut off anything that extends too far this direction. And then when I brush it back, it's really good. So I went and put the part over here and brushed it over here. And so, of course, there's long hair that went all the way down to like here. So I just clipped it all down so that it looked good with the part on this side. Now, this stands up almost straight, so it's like a pompadour type thing if you put the part here where it goes, because the follicles basically come out like this, going that direction. And so I gotta have it go curl and then back over that way. And so it did that, but it all flowed over this direction. I just cut it all down so that it was like the part was going to be all on this side. So that once it looked good with the part on this side combed over that direction, I went, okay, clipped all nice and short, and then brushed it back over this direction. And it looks pretty good, I think. So all the time I'm doing it, the first thing I'm thinking is, this is probably the worst idea I've ever had. And chop, 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 and I chopped off a lot of hair. But it was a great idea, and I've been wondering for, well, decades how to deal with that, so I finally got to figure it out. Yay! That's an indication of how far I have come in my waking up progress, because I have been trying to figure out how to deal with this for literally decades, since before 1985. But I finally figured it out. But I mentioned, yes, I go to therapy today. I have to leave here at 8 o'clock at the very latest, so I can get there about 8:45. So it's going to be a shorter vlog. I cannot speak English. I have been up at this point less than an hour, I would say, or about an hour-ish. My alarm went off, and then I was about a half hour, a little bit more, getting ready, and then son of a gun, so thumbs up. But it's a good thing. It's a good thing. Therapy. In fact, I'm about ready to try training wheels. Now, I was only okayed for 40 visits. I have no idea how many I've gone to, but now it's been a year I've been going to therapy. I haven't been going every single time, so maybe that's just about 40 visits coming up today. So, but I'm about ready for training wheels, because the other day I was out walking and I started thinking about the death of my mother, and that started pulling up a bunch of stuff, and so I was starting to get overwhelmed. But I knew that that was not overwhelming me because it's just something I can't deal with. It was a feeling of, oh, this is a lot of stuff and I haven't been able to process. I'm just going to let it all go back down, and I'm going to come back to it. I promise. And it's true. So instead of being overwhelming and devastating, it was just, oh, this is too much for me to deal with. right here, but I'm going to deal with it, just not right now. And so it all sank back down. And my general feeling of before, when I had memories or thoughts of my wife and such, and the feelings would come in, it's like imagine you're in a horror movie and you hear the thing banging and smashing at the outside of your house and it's trying to get in, but you're terrified and there's all this darkness and you know it is just the worst thing in the world. And then when the door comes crashing in, it's just devastating. But when you change your perception, you see it's not really that dark and scary of a house. And that banging on the door is just knocking. And you get to the point where you can understand that the thing outside that sounds so terrifying, it's not trying to kick the door in and knock you to the ground and scream in your face until you're both just sobbing with despair. It's just coming in so that you can both have a hug, a shedding of a few tears, and then it says goodbye. It just wanted to stop by for a hug. And that is the big difference right there. Because now when I think about my mother and her death, or my wife and her death, the feelings are not trying to smash the door in and knock me down and scream in my face until we're both crying. It's just coming by for a hug, and then it'll leave. And that is an amazing change. It's not a tight little dark cabin with no place to hide and things smashing at the walls and terror. It just wants a hug, shed a tear, and then it'll go. That's all. So I'm going to go through and thank 20 to 25 people on my community tab, because I've actually opened up 24 hours worth. I count in American Sign Language, but with my depression and fibromyalgia and more, I forget my own name. My memory is 1,000% better than it used to be, but I'm still only about 25% of what normal people can remember. So, if I mispronounce the username, no disrespect is intended. I'm an American English speaker. We're not good at pronouncing much of anything. I mean, for all that English is a language that hunts other languages down, knifes them in an alley, and then steals as many words from them and dashes back out, just chuckling, laughing to itself. Now, that's English, but the English speakers, on the other hand. And of course, I am not reading the comments right now. I'm just thanking you for having left a comment. So a good comment, a bad comment, an indifferent comment, even a troll comment. Thank you for having taken the time to have left a comment. Abusive comments, I immediately just, you're trashed or reported for spam or abuse. But troll comments or anything that's not abusive, I let stay up because it's thank you. Thank you for having taken the time to have left a comment at all. It is appreciated. So let me call it my Chrome. And we have Den, thank you very much, and Frank Meinhardt, thumbs up, Lovecrafty and greatly appreciated, and Nunchuck Taylor, and then thank you very much, and X, or just the Milo, with the X's on either side, thank you very, very much. G, and then there's an O with accent marks, you know, the umlauts, and Denny's, and then Koraken, but the O has umlauts over it too. I have no idea how that is pronounced. Thank you very, very much. And Daniel Lynn, greatly appreciated. We have King Simba. Thank you very, very much. The one and only Lord Farquaad. Thank you very much. Zobil the boy, greatly appreciated. And Brandon Walker, thumbs up and thank you. I Need a Life with XXs on each side. Thank you very, very much. Lispy Lee, greatly appreciated. Lynn XYZ. Check out Lynn XYZ's channel. Hopefully there is a link in one of the corners to it. It's the he or she, not quite sure, can't remember, it's early, but they, that's the pronoun I'm looking for. They have a channel, so check it out. It's very awesome. greatly appreciated. Haggins 101, thumbs up and thank you. And Chris, greatly appreciated. Hannah Melinda, greatly appreciated. Maria Jack, I sure hope I'm close. Sebastian Ferris, greatly appreciated. J-Rock Vampire, always good to see you. Hopefully you'll stick around. I mean, not in a bad way, because I know you've been having time, so here's hoping. And Brian Glenn, thumbs up and thank you. Ice Damon, greatly appreciated. Rhaegar the Divil, ooh, there's a whole lot of umlauts and stuff, so hopefully I'm close. Jamie's Division, greatly appreciated. I have trouble switching from 23 to 24. I don't know why. And Miguel Martinez, greatly appreciated. Each and every one of you. You get me out of my head, into the world, dealing with real people. Thank you very, very much. Well, good golly, Miss Molly. It's at 15 minutes and change, so if you could check out my various links, I have Twitter, Facebook, GoFundMe, Patreon.com, NearlySeniorCitizen.com. It looks awesome. Brian Glenn has done a wonderful job on my channel. That blog thing. It is really professional looking. I almost feel it's too professional for me. It looks really good, and I'm going to start writing on it really soon. It really looks nice. NearlySeniorCitizen.com. Definitely a thumbs up. Oh, also, I forgot where I was. If you could donate to my GoFundMe campaign or become a Patreon.com patron, that would be beautiful and awesome. I am always circling the drain of financial ruin. I just need to get my feet underneath me here. Get my government debt underneath me so that it's steady, not just rock, sand that's shifting underneath my feet. Once I can get a solid base, then I can get moved. And then hopefully that situation will get better. This whole situation. Now, if you cannot donate or you simply do not donate, I take all good wishes, deposit them in the bank of my heart where I draw interest, so thank you very much. If you could toss me a like, I do appreciate all the positive validation I get for my existence. Definitely a thumbs up. And if you could subscribe to the channel, that would be very cool and greatly appreciated. Now, I would understand if you don't want to. I mean, I'm old. I'm only 56, I'm not ancient, but I'm in the last stage of my life. You know, there's youth, maturity, and twilight. And I'm entering the maturity stage of my twilight years. So thumbs up. But if you are down and subscribing, I will do my very best to keep you entertained from now until the literal end of time. That's a good thing. And yes, I talk with my hands, that my hand gestures mean nothing. It's just my fingers move, and it's nice to feel my fingers moving, especially since with this hand, it was paralyzed. 100% well, not 100%, 99% paralyzed. I can move my fingers in a little bit, I can move my thumb in a little bit, and that was it. It was completely dead. I had severed my radial nerve. But it grew back, and now it moves. I can't even remember why I brought that up, but it's like, it's amazing. So, thumbs up and wonderful. Really, honestly, I can't even remember why I brought that up. So this is less than 20 minutes, and that's A-okay. So, thumbs up on that. I'm going to edit up this thing. I am going to get it rendering, head off to therapy. I have a third part of my 3-part 1-hour Minecraft session. 2 parts were posted yesterday. I'm going to post the third part today. So at the very least, I'm going to have this video and a Minecraft video. I'm going to try and get something else in today, but it's going to be 11 o'clock or later, you know, when I get back, so not a ton of time. But still, thank you very, very much for coming along with me on this journey of exploration. It is greatly appreciated. So you take care. Have a great day today. I just love doing that because it goes tink-a-tink-a-tink. It makes noise with that. I'm trying to engage as many of your senses as I can. To have a great day today. I will see you on the flip side. And in 19 minutes and change, so it's less than a minute, but before it's 20. You take care, and I will see you.